Hey, it is day 4 of our live OBM educational series. So, how is everyone doing? And it's Thursday. We are almost at the end of this week. Yay for that. So, today we are going to talk about a topic that some may not be so comfortable with, and others might be more comfortable, but we're going to talk about money. Dollar bills. Okay, so once again, hey, I'm Kiva Slade of the 516 Collaborative, and I am a certified online business manager. So thanks again for joining me today for this educational series. We've been at this all week. So we started on Monday with defining what an online business manager is. Tuesday, we discussed the different roles of an OBM. And yesterday, why hire an OBM? So today we are going to talk about money, OBM rates and packages. Okay, so let's get started. Pricing. As with anything in life, there's certified and there's uncertified. So a uncertified online business manager typically charges about $65 an hour. Okay, but the same as there's a difference between your apprentice plumber and a master plumber, or apprentice electrician, a master electrician, there's going to be a difference in rates when you're talking about a certified online business manager versus one that is uncertified. So you are going to see an increase in those rates, typically starting anywhere from a minimum of $85 an hour, more like $100 an hour, and it can of course continue to rise as you talk about experience and what they're bringing to the table. So when thinking though about hiring an online business manager, for a lot of us, there's kind of like two camps that I think people fall into. There's the employee camp mindset, which is, hey, give me your resume and a lot of different things that we would have required in a corporate environment. And then there's the hourly wage kind of rate mindset, because we've been thinking about this as like maybe our tech VA or our virtual assistant and other team members that make up our team. So when you're going at pricing for an online business manager, it's not as much trading time for money. Okay, so there may be a package that's available that says maybe 20 hours of management work in your business. That 20 hours is far different than 20 hours that are spent by, say, a virtual assistant in your business, or the copywriter or the tech VA who's in your business. And a lot of times it's hard for some business owners to quantify and therefore qualify that return of investment as it relates to energy and their time back, because they are no longer being involved in the day-to-day management of their team, of the projects, of the operations. And so sometimes there's a little bit of it's like a catch-22 sometimes when you're like looking at it, because sometimes it's that feeling of, wow, that seems like a lot of money, versus, wow, look at what I'm now able to do in my business as I totally fully exist within that visionary role that I was destined for as the business owner. So I really want to caution as you go forward thinking about that. Now, there are some businesses that will bring on an online business manager as a full-time employee. And of course, that's a different set of pricing and packaging, because of the simple fact that there's added benefits involved in that, and it's not an independent contractor status. So I want to just remind people of that. So when you're bringing on an OBM, let's talk about that. It can really take a good 90 days for that person to fully know you, your business, with that first month being spent like learning you, learning your team, learning your systems and your business. So you're looking at least a 3-month commitment, and this is a much more of a longer time engagement, okay? And so working with an online business manager really requires trust. It requires trust for a number of reasons, okay? First of all, you're like literally about to have someone totally all up in your business with you, okay? But they're also that person that you feel is going to not only push forward when to move things along, but there might also sometimes be some pushback when you're trying to maybe put something into place that really is not the right time. There may not be the budget, the resources for that to take place. So there's that pushing forward, but there's sometimes that pushing back. And you're really, once again, bringing in someone who's at a senior level in terms of management as it relates to your business. So, working with that OBM is going to require trust to make sure that you and their values, you want to make sure that those things are aligned because, once again, this is a trust based relationship. So, when it comes to affording an online business manager, where should your business be? Hmm, that's a good question, right? So there's a few schools of thought, and some people say, well, if you're consistently at 10K months. But let's think about that for a moment because I personally think you need to have more than a consistent 10K months in order to bring in an online business manager. And I'll tell you why. Depending on taxes, your lifestyle congruence, which is how much money you as the owner needs for a basic comfortable lifestyle and how much revenue the company has to generate in order to support that, and more in terms of, I hope no one can hear my doorbell. Um, so also like a big shout out to Profit First for like really getting our minds around those different things that we need. 10K can quickly be reduced to like 2K. So you're feeling like, oh, I have consistent 10K month. But when you really start to look at the money that you have left after you've paid yourself, after there's money set aside for profit, there's money set aside for taxes, there's money set aside for savings. Okay, what are you looking at as your operating budget? What does that look like? How much money is in that kitty? Okay, because depending on how much money is in that kitty really does start to make sense as to, is my business at that point where I actually need an online business manager? And for some, that remaining kitty of funds is not as large as they might think it is, especially when you start to factor in what are your business obligations, your monthly costs for your website, your mail provider, your any other tools that you're using in your business. Are those monthly? Are those yearly? Where do those costs kind of figure in? So really getting clear on your numbers is really a key first step to understanding, is my business at that level where I am ready to have a full an online business manager in for 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours a month. Maybe you need someone in for 10 hours. Maybe you just need to consult with one and say, you know what, twice a month we're having these calls to talk through some things. And that is another option that's available, that whole just consulting aspect of it, where you need to bounce the ideas off of someone and they can give you that expert advice as to which direction you should take, but it's still more of a kind of done with you in the sense of you have those calls and then you get that information, but then it's up to you to go forth and execute it. So those are some different options for when working with an online business manager, and just some things to truly consider when you talk about rates. And once again, it is not an actual kind of quid pro quo of time trade versus money, because there's a lot more value that the online business manager is bringing to you and your business based upon their role and what they're going to be doing. So stay tuned tomorrow for our last day, and I am super excited. I'll put the links below into for day 1, 2, and 3. So excited that we're now at day 4, and I will talk to you then. Bye.